Here's something that'll mess with your head a little. The fastest accelerating SUV you can buy right now will beat a Dodge Viper from 0 to 60. Not match it, beat it. We're talking about a vehicle that weighs close to 3 tons, seats 5 people comfortably, has enough cargo room for a Costco run, and will rip to 60 miles per hour faster than most people can read a license plate. Now, I've been watching this segment for years, and I'll be honest with you, even I had to double-check some of these numbers because they don't feel real until you see the instrumented test data sitting right in front of you. Today, we're counting down the 5 fastest production SUVs in the world, ranked by 0 to 60 acceleration, using real independent test data wherever it exists, not just manufacturer claims. And we're going to talk about what each one actually costs, what makes it quick, and whether any of this makes sense in the real world. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover cars the way enthusiasts actually want to hear about them. No fluff, no fanboy nonsense, just honest information. Now let's get into it. Number 5, 2026 Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat Jailbreak. We start the list with the most American thing on it, and honestly, it might be the most relatable one too. The 2026 Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat Jailbreak is a 3-row family SUV with a 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8 under the hood, 710 horsepower, 645 pound-feet of torque, 8-speed automatic, full-time all-wheel drive, and it'll do 0 to 60 in about 3.6 seconds. Think about that for a second. You could put 2 adults in the front, 3 kids in the middle row, grandma in the back, stop at a red light next to a Corvette, and embarrass it when the light goes green. That's not a hypothetical. That's just what this truck does. For 2026, early reports are putting the Jailbreak model starting around $83,500 before you start adding options. That makes it by a significant margin the most affordable vehicle on this entire list. And when you consider you're getting 710 horsepower, 3 rows of seating, and the ability to tow around 8,700 pounds properly equipped, there's genuinely nothing else on the market that does all of that at once. Now, I want to be upfront with you. This truck is not a precision instrument. It is big, it is heavy, it drinks gasoline like it has a grudge against oil reserves, and the fuel economy numbers are best described as discouraging. But that's not why you buy one. You buy one because it makes you feel something every single time you start it. And at this price point, that's a hard argument to beat. So that's number 5, a 710 horsepower family hauler that embarrasses sports cars at stoplights and fits 7 people. Not a bad way to open the list. But the next 4 vehicles take everything this Durango does and keep raising the stakes in ways that start to feel genuinely unreasonable. Number 4, 2026 Audi RS Q8 Performance. Number 4 is one that tends to surprise people who haven't been following the super SUV segment closely, and I think it deserves more attention than it usually gets. The 2026 Audi RS Q8 Performance is running a 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8, producing 631 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque. Audi officially quotes 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, but independent instrumented testing has seen this thing launch as quick as 3.1 to 3.3 seconds with quarter-mile runs in the mid-11s. For a 5-seat family SUV with real cargo space and the ability to tow up to 7,700 pounds properly equipped, those are supercar numbers. Not near supercar, not close, actual supercar numbers. What I find genuinely impressive about this car is that it sits on 23-inch tires as standard, and it still handles a back road with enough precision to make a driver actually trust it. That's not easy engineering. The Lamborghini Urus and the RS Q8 share a significant amount of platform DNA, which is worth knowing if you're cross-shopping in this segment. Inside, Audi went full tech showcase, Virtual Cockpit Plus, dual MMI touchscreens, available Bang & Olufsen 3D audio system that genuinely sounds impressive, and RS sport seats wrapped in Valcona leather with deep bolstering to keep you planted during hard corners. For 2026, the RS Q8 Performance starts at about $138,300 in the US before destination and options. That is not cheap money, but compared to the Italian and British machines ahead of it on this list, it's practically a bargain, and the performance data supports that position. This is the one on the list that makes the most logical sense to me as an actual purchase. You get the performance numbers, you get the utility, you get German build quality, and you don't have to explain to your accountant why you spent $250,000 on an SUV. That conversation is coming in a few minutes though, so stay with me. Number 3, 2026 Lamborghini Urus SE Hybrid. Alright, number 3 is where the list starts to feel genuinely absurd in the best possible way. The 2026 Lamborghini Urus SE Hybrid combines a 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 with a plug-in hybrid system to produce a combined output of 789 horsepower and around 700 pound-feet of torque. Lamborghini officially quotes 3.4 seconds to 62 miles per hour, but multiple performance outlets and rankings have the real 0 to 60 figure as quick as 2.9 seconds. Let that sit for a moment. A 5,500-pound SUV with seating for 5 people and room for luggage running to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. That is genuinely supercar territory. Not super SUV territory, supercar territory. We're talking about a vehicle that will keep pace with a Porsche 911 Carrera S off the line. The way it gets there is what makes it interesting to think about mechanically. The electric motor fills in from the very first fraction of throttle pedal travel, which eliminates any lag you'd normally feel waiting for the turbochargers to build boost. Then the V8 comes online, and the two systems stack on top of each other. And because the Urus SE has a 25.9 kilowatt-hour battery, which is a meaningful size, the hybrid system can deliver repeated full-power bursts without fading the way a smaller hybrid battery would. Properly equipped, the Urus SE can still tow up to 7,000 pounds, which is one of those facts that sounds like it should be a joke but isn't. For 2026, US pricing for the Urus SE Hybrid starts somewhere between $262,000 and $279,000, depending on your spec and market. That's serious money. But Lamborghini isn't selling you transportation. They're selling you membership in a very small club of people who own the fastest, most outrageous SUV that the Raging Bull badge has ever produced. And for the buyers in that market, that has real value. Number 3 is genuinely impressive. But the next two vehicles take this whole conversation somewhere that starts to feel more like aerospace engineering than automotive engineering. Number 2. 2026 Tesla Model X Plaid. Number 2 on the list is the one that tends to start arguments in the comments section, and I understand why. The 2026 Tesla Model X Plaid is not what most people picture when they think about performance SUVs. There's no engine sound, no supercharger whine, no gear changes, no drama you can hear or feel building up before the launch. And that's exactly what makes it so unsettling to experience. 3 electric motors, all-wheel drive, around 1,020 horsepower. Tesla quotes 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds and a quarter mile in under 10 seconds, with a top speed of about 163 miles per hour. Those numbers put it ahead of vehicles that cost 2 and 3 times as much. And unlike a lot of manufacturer claims on this list, the Model X Plaid's acceleration figures have been validated repeatedly by independent testing. Car and Driver, Motor Trend, and multiple private testers have all confirmed the sub-3-second 0 to 60 time in real-world conditions. The Model X Plaid is also a genuinely practical vehicle. 3 rows of seating, towing capacity of up to 5,000 pounds properly equipped, EPA estimated range in the mid-300-mile territory. The 17-inch central touchscreen runs the entire car. There's a rear entertainment screen. Full self-driving supervised features are available. It's a rolling tech product as much as it's a performance vehicle. And here's the number that really makes you stop and think. For 2026, the Model X Plaid starts at around $104,990 in the US. That's it. You get hypercar acceleration figures and 3 rows of seating for about the cost of a well-equipped Cadillac Escalade. Compared to the 6-figure exotic machines on this list, that price is extraordinary. Now, I know some of you watching this have strong opinions about Tesla and about electric vehicles in general, and that's completely fair. But on the specific question of acceleration, and that's what this list is about, the numbers are what they are. 2.5 seconds, under 10 seconds in the quarter mile, a 3-row SUV. Nothing with a combustion engine comes close at anywhere near this price point. We have one vehicle left. And if the Model X Plaid surprised you, the number 1 machine on this list is going to do something different. It's going to make you question what the word SUV is supposed to mean anymore. Number 1, 2026 Porsche Cayenne Turbo Electric. Here we are, number 1. And I want to spend a little extra time here because this machine deserves it. The 2026 Porsche Cayenne Turbo Electric is the most powerful production Cayenne ever built, and one of the most powerful road-going Porsches ever made. Full stop. This is not a hybrid with a small motor assisting a gasoline engine. This is a fully electric SUV built on Porsche's 800-volt architecture, the same foundational technology that underpins the Taycan, with dual electric motors producing up to 1,139 horsepower in launch control over boost mode and approximately 1,066 pound-feet of torque. Porsche claims 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds, and based on the preliminary testing data available as of early 2026, there's no reason to doubt that figure. We're talking about a number that puts this Cayenne in the same territory as the Bugatti Chiron Sport. That sentence should not make sense. And yet here we are. What separates the Cayenne Turbo Electric from the Model X Plaid, beyond the $58,000 price difference, is the engineering philosophy behind how it achieves those numbers and what it does after the launch. The 113 kilowatt-hour battery is purpose-built to sustain high output. The rear motor alone is newly developed specifically for this application. What Porsche says, and what early data supports, is that this car doesn't just hit hard once and then fade. It can shift torque between the front and rear axles in milliseconds and keep pulling strongly through multiple hard acceleration runs in a way that softer systems simply can't match. The interior is the new flow display cockpit that Porsche introduced with the latest generation, curved OLED screens wrapping the driver, an available passenger display screen, all the leather and trim you expect at this level, and a materials quality that genuinely justifies the price of entry. And that price is $163,000 to start in the US before options, which sounds like an outrageous amount of money, and it is. But consider what you're getting. The fastest accelerating SUV in the world, hypercar 0 to 60 numbers, genuine daily usability, Porsche build quality and reliability reputation, 7,000 pounds of towing capacity, and the ability to charge to 80% in roughly the time it takes to grab lunch. When you look at it that way, the Porsche Cayenne Turbo Electric isn't just the number 1 fastest SUV in the world. It's also, in a strange way, one of the more rational ones on this list, given everything it delivers for the money compared to what's above it in terms of pure price. That is your number 1, 1,139 horsepower, 2.4 seconds, a Porsche badge, a back seat, and a charging cable. The future of performance is a very strange place, and I'll be honest with you, I don't hate it one bit. So there you have it, the 5 fastest accelerating SUVs in the world for 2026, starting with the Dodge Durango Hellcat Jailbreak at 3.6 seconds and climbing all the way up to the Porsche Cayenne Turbo Electric at 2.4 seconds. What used to be supercar performance numbers are now sitting in vehicles that can tow your boat, carry your grandkids, and still make it through a car wash. Now here's the question I want you to actually think about and answer in the comments. If someone handed you the money and said pick one, just one, which of these 5 would you actually buy and drive every day? Not the one you think is most impressive on paper, the one you'd actually want to live with. That's a different answer for most people, and I'm genuinely curious what you'd choose. And if you watch this all the way to the end, you're exactly the kind of car person I make these videos for. So do me a favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We put out honest automotive content every day. No fluff, no manufacturer talking points, just real information for people who actually care about cars. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.